Good evening, students. This is Mrs. Mitchell, and this tutorial is to help you sign on to your course. We've had many students unable to sign in or they have not yet signed in, so I am sending out this video as a tutorial in order to help you go through the process of signing on to your ACT prep course. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to log into your Google Gmail account that is your district account. So it will be at washk12.org. So if you just go to Gmail and let's log in. If you may have already been signed in other accounts, and if so, you can go ahead and select those. This one has not, so I am going to add an account. I'm going to type in my email address, and you'll notice that it's the Wash K12, and this is your username at school. You'll go next. Oh, what am I doing here? Hold on. There we go. Next. And it's going to give you, ask for your password. So I'm going to go ahead and type in the password real quick for this. Okay, I am now signed on to my Gmail account that's connected with Washington County School District, and you can see that up here in the upper left-hand corner. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to schoology.washk12.org, and this address is found on your disclosure. It's also found on your instruction sheet, and it's also found in the course. So let's log in to Schoology. You can see that I've been there several times. Schoology.washk12.org. There's the address right there. And I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to go to that site. Now, if you're new to Schoology and you've never accessed Schoology before, you will be prompted to allow Schoology to have access to your Google username and password, and that is perfectly fine. The district has it set up for us and it's all secure. So go ahead and allow. Okay, the next thing you will come to is you may have one of two things. You may be asked for an access code, and this is the access code if you're prompted for an access code. If you're not prompted for an access code, you will be directed to this page. This is where all your courses are stored. So we're going to go here to courses, and yours is going to say ACT, but this one does not. So it will say ACT section, and it will give a section number, and you go ahead and click onto that one. That's the one you'll see. So that will take you to the course. Okay, once you log into your Schoology account, I've pulled up a different account so you can see what it looks like. You're going to go to courses, and there's where you're going to see your ACT prep right there. So if you just select that, and it will take you to your ACT course. Now, when you log in and you go to ACT course, you're going to see an ACT folder. So you want to go ahead and click your ACT folder because that is where your curriculum is housed. You're going to first start with Welcome to ACT Prep. In this folder, there is the disclosure, and I'd like you to read that. There next is the disclosure instructions and agreement, ACT account instructions, and an All About Me first assignment. So you actually have two assignments here. You have a disclosure that you have to sign, and you have an All About Me, which is a discussion board assignment. And in this assignment, you will let us know a little bit about yourself, your hobbies, your talents, your college ideas, and there has to be a minimum of 5 to 7 sentences. This particular assignment will be due on Sunday, so please get right to this. This disclosure agreement will also be due on Sunday. So let's make sure that you're logging in now, that you know how, and getting onto this Schoology account. So I'm going to go back to my ACT folder, and in that folder, this is where we were just now. We're starting there. The next folder that you're going to look into is the ACT English section. And in the ACT English section, that is where your tutorials and your assignments are housed for your English section of the ACT test. Let's go ahead and click on that. In order to log into your tutorials, you will have to go to an outside login, which you should have received an email from Edgenuity, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a minute, giving you another username and password. So let's go up here and let's log on to the ACT English section. This explains a little bit about where you need to go to find your username and password. If you have any questions, I have my email address right here, and I'm very happy to answer emails up until about 9 o'clock at night. You will have 3 weeks to finish this section, and your due date will be on your calendar, and I'll show you where to access your calendar. Now, in order to get to your ACT section, you're going to go to ACT English section, and that is where it's going to take you to this outside link. Now, you're not going to use the same credentials, username and password that you used while you were typing or signing into your Google account. This is completely different. You're going to need to check your email, and I'm going to pull mine up here, and you'll have an email that says your course is now available. Admissions. And you will also have an email indicating info Utah Online student login information. This is where you're going to find your login information. So let's just open up that email, and it is going to, I want you to disregard all this information because this is not how your account is set up. The only thing you need to worry about is your username and password right here. So the username and the password, and it's case sensitive. So let's try and log on to Katie's account. That is her username. Let's go back and get her password. And enter. You can save the password if you want. It's completely up to you. So the next thing you're going to see is a dashboard, and you see that there is an ACT English section right here. You don't have a grade yet because you haven't started, and so there's nothing in here to show as completed. So I'm going to say not now, and I'm going to go to the English section. In the English section, you're going to come to an additional dashboard, and you're going to click here to get into the tutorials. Once you select the English section course, you're going to go to Next Activity. This is going to take you to a lecture and the general information on how to go through your English section. After this instruction, then you'll be directed to a, let's not have him start yet, you'll be directed to a quiz, a test. And so you're going to have to make sure that you go through and you take that test. It's lengthy, so please account for about an hour and a half to finish it. You won't be able to stop and save it and come back. You're going to have to get it done right away. The reason behind getting it completed is that the test then is analyzed by the software program, and then the software program creates a course specifically for your needs. And your needs may look different than your friend that's taking this class. So you probably will not have the same course. It won't look the same. This is another thing that you need to be aware of. You need to make sure that your computer is up to date with all the plugins and Adobe Connect. Scroll down just a little bit. You'll listen to the lecture. You won't be able to skip through the lecture because it does not advance until you've completed the lecture. You can see that this lecture is 17 minutes long, and you can turn on the closed caption so you can see what he's saying. You can also look up here in the plus sign, and you can take notes if you like to. You can just take your notes and it saves them, and you can go back later and add additional notes if you want to, and it saves them. So that's a great place for saving your notes. Okay, we're going to go back to these instructions. Now that you know how to log into your account, you received a few attachments in an email several days ago. I would like you to sign up for my Remind 101, and this is a way that I will text you, and you will not be able to reply to my text, but my text messages will indicate due dates that are coming up, progress, and any other additional information that I want to get out to you right away. The reason why I use this is I noticed that many more students use their phones in texting rather than to use their phones to check their emails. It is very important in this class that you check your email. That's my primary way to communicate with you. So please be checking your email at a minimum of 3 times a week. Here are the instructions for the online accounts. We have gone through these step by step already. So you have your Gmail account from your school. If you don't have it, then you need to get a hold of your counseling office. Your Schoology account is just like logging into your Gmail account. So you first have to log into your Gmail, then you will log into your Schoology. You will have an Edgenuity account to log into when you select your English, your sections that you are looking at in your Schoology. Let's see. And that's where that's housed right there. Okay. So you've set up your email account. You've set up your Schoology account. This looks very similar to what we've just looked at. If you cannot log in, please do not click log in. That will not take you to your school. You need to make sure that you're logging into the schoology.washk12.org with your district email. Okay, in your Edgenuity account, again, you'll have an email and it'll say username and password from Edgenuity. Let's look at the disclosure. Okay, you're going to read through this disclosure. The first quarter we are going to do ACT prep, and we'll probably go a little bit into the second quarter with the ACT prep and the tutorials. And then the second quarter we're going to work on college prep, and there's the information regarding all of your ACT. If you would like to get questions of the day, you can tweet the ACT or you can like them on Facebook. You can also follow me on Twitter, and I will be posting upcoming events and activities related to college admissions. College admissions section or college prep section of this course is going to focus on the financial aid. We're going to look through College Board, and we're going to look at various universities and careers. We'll also look at military education options, vocational schools, and various certifications. Please make sure you read through the policies and procedures regarding late work technology, grading, attendance, videos, communication. I've given you my Google number and you can text that, and I've given you my email address and you can email me. If you have a quiz or a test that needs to be reset, I actively monitor my dashboard. However, if if you get to a point where you need a quiz opened or a test opened, if you just text me or email me, I should have that done within about an hour of your notification. Okay, one more time to log in. We're just going to go through this once again, and I'm sorry if it's redundant. But you are going to go to schoology.washk12.org, and mine has already taken me there because I was already logged into my Gmail account. If I wasn't logged into my Gmail account, it would not take me there. If you go over here to courses, you're going to go to ACT Prep. You're going to notice over here you have some assignments due. You've got an assignment due all about me that's due on Sunday, January 17th, and you have the ACT section, which is due on January 31st. You also have an icon up here with a calendar, and if you click on your calendar, you will see various assignments and their due dates. So we can see down here, we've got an All About Me assignment discussion board due on Sunday, January 17th, and your next assignment due is going to be your English section, and that's going to be due on Sunday, January 31st. All assignments in this class are always due on Sunday evenings, so you never have to worry about having something turned in the middle of the week. And I do that because most of my students are working on their courses most Saturdays, Fridays and Saturdays, or late in the evenings. But I've just found that Sunday is traditionally the best day to turn it in. And if you cannot work on your computer on Sundays, then you will have to turn it in on Saturday, the day before. Again, you'll access your ACT curriculum by clicking on your ACT folder. This is your welcome folder, and this is where you're going to find your discussion and your disclosure assignment. Please make sure those get done. For your English tutorial sections, you're going to go to this folder, and you're going to go to English section, and you're going to select English section again. This is where you're going to use your username and password in order to log into your Edgenuity account. And you'll select English section. And it looks like I didn't sign out before, so I'm going to go ahead and click continue. I'm working on the English section right now, and I'll go to next activity. You'll be able to see your progress here and your overall grade down here. One thing I would recommend is that let's go up here to the organizer, and we're going to go to resources and orientation and student orientation video. I recommend that you go through this tutorial video, and it will help you progress much quicker through the ACT tutorials. The other thing I would like you to look at in resources are your plugins. Please make sure that all your plugins are up to date and they do not require any extra downloads. Now let's see, it looks like this one's failed for me and this one's failed. So if you go ahead and you click on those, it will update them for you. and then you won't have to worry about. So it looks like I needed to update my Java and I need to update my Shockwave wave player. These are very safe downloads, and all computers in our school district have these. If you go over to reports, you can see your progress report, and you can also see an assignment calendar. If you look on your assignment calendar, which this one hasn't been set up, I don't think, oh, it has been set up. Okay, so this particular week, this student is going to work on these assignments on these particular days. So on Wednesday, it's direct instruction, the English test, and the grammar lecture. The next week, on Thursday, these will be the assignments that you need to work on. And on Friday, that will be the assignment. If you can always double up your days, so do Thursday and Friday on one day and Monday and Tuesday on another day. You see the blue indicates where you're supposed to be right now. As of tomorrow, that will then turn red if you do not complete that, and then you'll be able to see that you're behind. So please use your calendar to keep track and keep on pace with your ACT tutorials. You can, let's see, progress report is going to show you your progress report, how much you've completed, your overall grade, scores and feedback. This will, you can select your ACT course, and since we haven't done anything in this class, there's no grades in there right now, but there would be grades if the student had been actively engaged in working on this class. There's a calculator if you want to use it. Communication, the only way you communicate is through email or my Google Text. This is not, we do not use this in this course. In order to get out of this menu, you're just going to click Power, and that will take you back to your English section. And you'll go to Next Activity. The next activity again brings us up to our tutorial, which we're not going to listen to here. So let's go back to the previous activity. And if you completed this, there would be another one here that said,
Is English one of your favorite subjects?
Oh, yep. That said next activity. But we haven't finished this, and that's why it is not lighting up. You can see that I haven't gone through my tutorial, and so it won't let me advance. Now, as soon as I go through the tutorial, this will light up and it'll say next activity. Okay, let's go back to our home. And if you go down here to the bottom course map, that you will be able then to see everything that you're going to go over in this course. So this one is just your ACT prep, and it's not highlighted yet because you haven't done your introduction video. The next one is grammar, and then the one after that is more grammar. So really kind of focused on grammar in this section. Let's return to the lobby, and you'll see you're on your ACT section. Now, when we start on the reading, your reading will be listed here, then your science, and then your math, and then you'll have all of them listed. These will always be on so that you can go back, even if you've finished and you want to go back and practice a little bit more, you're more than welcome to do that. Okay, so this is the end of our tutorial. I'm hoping that I was able to communicate the ways to log on and the procedures for the course. If you need to get a hold of me, please feel free to email me or to text me on my Google number. I would love to hear from you. Know that your first assignment is due on Sunday, so let's get working, and if you're not logged on tomorrow, you'll be getting a phone call from me. So I look forward to a really fun semester together. I love college. I love helping students get to college, and the world is just so exciting and open for so many possibilities to you. Good luck, and I look forward to seeing you online. Thank you.